What's your F story? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 15, pretty much the halfway point of our free 30-day August 2021 Get Up and Go Challenge. Today we're going to talk about our financial situation. Now, we've been together for about 14 days, and you've been showing up, I've been showing up. We've been talking a little bit about different areas and aspects of something we call the SOAP framework, and we're digging deeply into that so we can all get a clear understanding of it. But if I were to ask you and come up to you and say, what's your financial situation? You'd say, none of your damn business, Sharon. You'd say that to most people, because finances and our financial situation, our financial story, is one of the things that we have been trained to keep secret and not let anybody know. I remember all of my jobs in corporate America. It was strictly forbidden, and I was told by people in human resources, it was totally forbidden to talk about how much money you made. And that's because we all made different amounts of money for different reasons, and many of them were probably just not necessarily politically correct reasons, but we did. And so we weren't allowed to talk about it. And still to this day, there's this whole taboo about talking about our financial situation. Unless you're talking with your financial planner or your accountant, pretty much it's none of anybody else's business. People are set to make their own assumptions about your financial situation. Well, for the next 4 days, we are going to dive deep into the SOAP framework with respect to our financial situation. We're not going to share it with anyone else, but we're going to do it for ourselves. And we're going to be really honest with ourselves, because we got to get clear on what our current situation is, our current story. And then we want to always then have both our current story and our desired story, because we have got to know what we're working toward. If we don't know what we're working toward, we might as well hop in the car and just start driving, and wherever we end up, we end up. It doesn't work out that well, but that's how most of us are living our lives in many areas and aspects of it, but especially in the area of finances. We just go through the motions thinking everything will be okay, and then things like COVID-19 pop up, and we realize we are totally ill-prepared for anything that could happen. Heaven forbid, should somebody get sick or in an accident, we're just not prepared. So we're going to change that right now and make sure that you are prepared. So how are we going to do this? We're going to use a tool called storyboarding. Now, storyboarding's been around since about the 1930s. Somebody in Walt Disney Studios, I think either Webb Smith in the 1930s, he did Three Little Pigs for Walt Disney and did it on that. Or there's another source that says it was another person at Disney Studios, Georges, or probably, I don't know, Horne-Ellstrom or something. I don't even know if it's where the name is from. I can't pronounce it. But either George or Georges Méliès, it's got two umlauts, so I don't know how to pronounce it, or Webb Smith in the 1930s, Walt Disney, came up with this concept of storyboarding. And it was the process of mapping out and planning out a story ahead of time. And nowadays, there's all kinds of complicated processes. I'm actually reading a book right now called The Power of Storyboarding, or The Power of Story, Rewrite Your Destiny in Business and in Life by Jim Lohr. And in it, there is a 8-step storyboarding process for transformation. Well, that's a little bit more than what we need. So let's talk about what's just a 4-step process for storyboarding and how would you go about doing it. I haven't done mine yet, but I'll do a snapshot or something of it in the comments below, and I'll create an example of it so you can see what an example storyboard for my financial situation and story would look like. But it's just a simple 4-step process. One, make a big items list, a shot list they would call it, or an edit list. There's shot storyboards and edit storyboards if you get into the film industry and all the complications of that, which I know nothing about. But you want to make a list of, and I actually did do storyboards in college, of what are the key points and messages you want to get across. Number 2, you just sketch it out. You just make a sketch of what your current story is, and then you fill in the details, you add some details, and then 4th, you add some words. So you keep it really simple. It's like drawing your own cartoon to take out some of the emotional charge of what's your current situation and what you want your desired situation to be. So pick one area or aspect of your finances to look at, right? Maybe it's your job or career. Maybe it's your profession. Maybe it's your business. Maybe it's the amount of income you're bringing in. Maybe it's your net income. Maybe it's reducing expenses. Maybe it's coming up with another way to bring another stream of income into your life. Maybe it's, I've done several different areas before. Once I wanted to have the extra money coming in so that I could justify hiring another person on my team. Another time I wanted to go to and attend a very expensive, I still think it's expensive. When it's in the 25,000 plus range, I still consider that expensive for any expense in my business and life. Always have, no matter how big a business I have. I think anything that's $25,000 or more needs to take a little more consideration. So I wanted to come up with $30,000 to do a coaching program. And so I went through this framework, the SOAP framework, to come up with the added income so I could automatically go to that training, that coaching program. So pick something, pick one part of your financial situation and say, I want to, maybe I want to get a better job, a new job. Maybe I want to get a raise at work. Whatever it is, what is your current situation? Just sketch it out. Sketch it out on a napkin. I don't have a Kleenex. I've got a Kleenex, but I think we'd rather sketch it out on a napkin. So Kleenexes are kind of hard to write on. But sketch it out. What do you really want it to look like? And where is it now? What do you want it to look like? And it can be just, 4 things. Boom, 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 boom. Whatever your current story is. It's just another tool to help you visualize, take some of the drama and the emotion out of it. Because I don't know about you, but the vast majority of people that I've worked with and known over my relatively long life this has been a tough subject for people. This has been a tough area for people. It's like religion and politics. They're very emotionally charged. Finances are the same exact way. They don't have to be, but for some reason we've been led to believe that they have to be. So what's our action item today? Create a storyboard. Just practice playing with the idea of sketching out your situation, your story, and see how it makes you feel. Does it make you feel less stressed? If it makes you feel more stressed, maybe this isn't a tool for you. And then just share in the comments below the financial area that you're going to work on in the SOAP framework. No details, no nothing. Just say, hey, I want to get a raise at work, or I hate my job, or I want to get a new job. I want to be able to cover this expense with a different stream of income. Whatever it is for you, just share in the comments. This is the area I'm going to go through the SOAP framework on. Because the cool thing, and kind of the stressful thing, but it's you stress. It's stress to create the tension that we want to have in our life so that we will be motivated to change. It's part of the purpose of the SOAP framework. If we know what our current situation is and we know what our desired situation is, there's always a gap there, right? Because we are always, as humans, wanting more and more and more. So that creates this tension that causes us to want to go through the other steps of the SOAP framework so that we can find ways to get from where we are to where we want to be. Any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, go try to storyboard, sketch it out. I'm going to try to sketch it out. You can see I have not done it yet. I'm going to sketch it out right here on this side of the piece of paper in my little journal, so I've got everything for this particular challenge in one place, all my homework. All right, have a great day. Let me know if I can help you anyway, and I will be with you tomorrow for the O of our financial situation. Have a great day. Catch you soon.